Welcome back, guys. In last session we discussed about the tablet properties. What are the different properties available, and we have covered almost all the properties except one property. Can anyone say what is the property which we have not covered in last session about in the tablets properties? So we have not discussed about the toggle property. I think it's a toggle. I told you I'll show you when we discuss about the row grouping part. So now here I'm taking a table. Oops. Let me connect the data source first. No data source available. I'll name it as sales underscore data. SQL server connection is fine. Dot I'll connect to the AdventureWorks DW. Okay, and I'll take the data set from the assignment shared by Swati. This data set is fine for using, right? So let me take this. Data set sales underscore DS. Okay, now the data set is also ready. First, let me adjust these the table as well as the matrix. I'm going to add one matrix. Okay, fine. I'll set this width to here and this width to here. Okay, fine. First, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add a couple of columns. Let's say category, or let me add product, color, and sales amount. Here I'm going to add product and sales amount. I'll set it as sales. Now guys, this is matrix. I'll remove this. I'll set this to bold. I'm just formatting this to bold, and this is header, right? I'll set it to bold, and I'll increase the size. I know product name will be lengthier. The same way, I'll increase the size here. I can increase even further. Okay. Now, if you see, I have one table and one matrix report. Let me execute the same. This is the table. It will go for so many pages, and here you can see on the last page you have matrix. Product wise, the sales amount. You have this many number of products, and I pulled only top 100 records, right? In my query, it is written like select star top 100 record from the database, and you can see this is the matrix report. And if you observe here, for table, you will get only detail section. Detail means there is no group on. That means there is no grouping pattern. That if there is no grouping means that means it will be grouped on all the columns available. Okay, group on all the columns. What it will do? What will happen if I group on all the columns that are present? If no grouping means that means it's just a select statement, but there will be an empty details section. Okay, empty details row group where you will not have anything, any stuff like group on particular thing. But if you see this row tablets, you have one row group item, and hence one row group item is here. It is grouping on English product name. Okay, if I drag and drop in another one, let's say category, before this, then it first groups on category and then groups on subcategory. Sorry, groups on product. If you see, this is the parent, and you can see English product category name group first, and then the child is grouping on product name. Okay, let me increase the width, height of this, and now I'm going to add one more thing, English product subcategory in between these two. I hope you remember how to drag and drop. Now the blue is highlighted, so drop it. Now we can see this is category name, subcategory name, and product. Okay. Uh, in this session, we are going to discuss about row groups and column groups, and hence what I'm going to do here is I'm going to remove this table. We don't need to table, right, which will not have any grouping stuff. We'll be having grouping stuff only for the matrix reports, and hence I have taken three groups. One is category, another one is subcategory, and another one is product, and then the sales amount. And we're going to discuss about the grouping properties. Now when you double click on that, the group properties will open where you can see different properties, different page of properties. And in visibility, we have not discussed display item when we discussed about tablets properties, and we're going to discuss the same in this group properties. Now, if you take any group, the properties remains the same. But only difference is it will be grouping on different stuff. It will be grouping on sorting on different. If you see the first one, it is sorting on English product name. And if you take category name. If you take the second one, it is grouping on subcategory and sorting on subcategory name. So this is the only difference. Apart from that, the visibility and all, you can set it. You can set at group level. This group you can set some properties. For the second group you can set some properties, and for the third group you can set and so on. So sorry guys, I forgot what I was telling. Let me start again. So now I'm going to cover only the properties of one grouping, and please don't ask that you have not covered the grouping of the remaining two. Why? Because for every report there will be you will be getting new set of grouping items. So I can't explain everything, right? It's the same properties that will remain, and it's all yours requirement whether to use the property or not. If you see the first page, it will have two properties. One is name, the name of the group, and the other one is group on expression. What is the group on expression? On what column you are going to group the first one here, right? So I want to group on category name. Okay. Now that is why if you open, the first one will be category, and it is grouping based on category. Category wise, child and its child. Okay. I can change it to something else. Let's say I'm changing it to sales amount. It will be entirely different report. See, these three product sales amount is same. That is why bikes is category grouping into one. These three product sales amount is one. That is why it is grouping into one. These five product sales amount is same. That is why it is grouping. So whatever you provide, it will group on that. But it's your business. It's your responsibility to pick the correct one. So if you drag and drop, by default it will take the correct one. If you try to change it here, be careful while changing it. So the first page will have these two. This group on is nothing but group by the column name in your select statement, in your SQL select statements. And the next one is page breaks. Page breaks, it says that where you want to have a page break. Also at the start of the group, also at the end of the group. Let me give only at the end of the group and see what will happen. So to show you the same, let me set the data to, let me remove the top 100 count. Why? Because we have very less number of categories, right? So the grouping will not be clearly displayed here. So I set page break for every group item. The accessory is coming in the first page, and if you go to the second page, the bikes is coming, and third page, bikes has a lot of data. That's why it is coming in two pages. And here the bikes ends somewhere here, and you have a lot of page remaining, but still it will go to the next page for clothing. So like this. So that means it breaks the page and it will take you to the next page. Okay, if you see, this is the third page and this is the second page and this is the first page. If you observe the scroll bar is pretty big one here. That means you have very less data for accessories. That even though it has less data, it is not continuing the bike's information in the same page. It is having a page break. Okay. Now let me explain you in a better way. Instead of showing the page break here, I'll set the page break for the category. And if I set the page break at the end of each group, then in accessories, in every group, in every subcategory, there is a page break. This is bike racks. First page break, and the next subcategory will be displayed in the second one. Like stands, bottles and cages. It has three products. All the three are coming in one. Cleaners, fenders, helmets. So if you see the page break, it has a lot of data, touring bikes, and hence it is coming in the same page. Right? If you see, this is how the page break works. We have seen the page break at the tablets level, and this is the page break at group level. Okay, it all depends on the scope where you are applying the page break. That matters. So I'm applying the page break in the matrix here, sorry, the group here. That's why it is not showing the complete report in one page. Now let's see the next property set, that is sorting. The sorting is pretty straightforward one. If you want to sort based on something, then you can provide it. Let's say by default, see, when you have a group, then obviously will sort based on the same one, right? You don't go for a product for the group English subcategory or category, right? So this is sorting A to Z. Let me change it to Z to A. And you can see the data coming in Z to A format, clothing and then bikes and then accessories. So this is how you can apply sorting. And if you want to add more than one, add whatever you wish to. Let's say sales amount and use something. So this won't make much sense. It will be the same clothing. In clothing, it will be based on sales amount and bike sales amount and then accessories sales. The way this particular group sorts is based on what you have defined in this group sorting properties. You can add more than one, but always think, as I told you, think what is the requirement. If you want to sort in descending order of category and ascending order of subcategory and ascending order of product, then you don't need to add anything here. Why? Because the remaining two has their own groups where you can sort the items. Okay. And the next one, visibility. This is very important in grouping. I told you, right, I'm not going to explain the display for toggle and so on in the main one in the tablets level, but going to explain you here. So the visibility, you can set show or hide based on expression. This is very well known to you guys, how you can set and what kind of expressions you can use. You can use any parameter value, like if the parameter value is so and so, hide it or else show it, something like that. Now let's see what is this toggling item. So the toggling item will help you. I mean, you guys are waiting for the concept, right? How to set the drill down part. So this toggling item helps you in setting the drill down part. Generally, how the drill down will be: the first, when the report loads, only the first item should be displayed, and when I click on place, the second item should be displayed, and when I click on place, the third group should be displayed. Right? That is the drill down option. Now let me show you how to set the drill down feature for a matrix report. So first one will remain the same. I'll go to the second one and set the visibility. Display can be toggled by this report item. And what is your report item? What is your group which is toggled with this? That is English product category name. When I plus or click plus or minus on the category name, this should get toggled, right? This is the second one. Subcategory is dependent on category. So this is toggled with category name, and this is toggled with subcategory name. Right, when the subcategory is selected, then they should be toggled. Now if I click on preview, I just check the checkbox and selected the item, and you can see plus and minus. Plus is created, and when I click on plus, it is collapsing, and when I click on minus, it is expanding. Is it correct? Yes, is it the correct functionality? Then what is the correct functionality? This is drill down. This is drilling down and um, drilling up. I mean, collapsing and expanding. This is what drill down call as, right? This is what we call as drill down. Okay. So the only missing item here is generally when you click on plus, it should open, and when you click on minus, it should collapse. When you click on plus, it should expand. When you click on minus, it should collapse, but it is reverse case here. The reason is, so initially you have to set it to hide. Okay, hide it initially and then toggle it with this item. In the same way, hide it, hide this, and here toggle it. Now if I click on properties, you can see everything is hidden, and the second item is toggled with this, and the third item is toggled with the second one. Let's see. When I click on clothing, it will show only clothing. When I click on jerseys, it will show all the products that belongs to the jerseys subcategory. So this is pretty clean report and it's pretty simple one. Creating a drill down report, how much time it has taken? It's nothing. Hide it and toggle it. It's done, right? And you can see it's working perfectly fine. When you collapse it, it is adding to the nearest total value and showing the total sales. When you collapse it, it will show the total sales of the clothing category. Expand, it will be expanded based on subcategory, and when you click on expand again, it will show based on the product. So Priya, this is to answer to your question. You are very much interested about the toggling part. Drill down report, right? Manually how to create the drill down. This is how you can create the drill down report manually. And this is the property, visibility and toggle. Okay. Now if you see the next one, this is filters. If you want to filter any particular item from this group, you can have it at group level also. Let's say I don't want to show where sales amount is greater than or equal to 1000. I am filtering this category and I am filtering based on based on sales amount, and again the same problem, conversion problem. Let me go to this and set the conversion properly. I told you, right? I showed you conversion problem yesterday. See, I think this is decimal or C decimal of 1000. I'm converting the 1000 to decimal and comparing now with the sales amount. Why? Because sales amount is coming in decimal format. So now if I execute it, you can see it is showing only few products, few categories. Why? Because only these categories are having sales greater than 1000. Okay. Sales means don't take this sales amount. It will be filtered on row item, every row item. If you write a select star from fact internet sales, the sales amount will be coming, right? So that sales it is taking. Okay. If that sales is greater than 1000, then only it will be shown, else it will not be shown. Now if I go to the same and if I set it to less than filter part, then you can easily guess what it will return. It will return everything apart from those 3 bikes, whatever we have. See, now see, you can see the clothing is coming. The bikes, all the bikes, no bikes is coming. Why? Because it's not having the sales greater than, less than 1000. So this is how you can apply filters at category level also, or the group level also. So filter option will be available throughout the report. Wherever you want, you can filter at that particular level. Okay. And it all again depends on your requirement. What's your requirement is. If your requirement says that, okay, all the report, complete report should be having consistent data and it should apply the filters at data set level, then filter it at the data set level. No one is going to question. It's all your wish based on the requirement. What you feel is the best for the performance and all, you can do that. And variables, we already discussed about variables, right? And let's say test, I'm defining 100. Okay. Now this variable can be used in any of these expressions. No, that is system level variable. 1 second. Let me close it. 1 second, guys. No, I think this variable page is still dummy. This is not having the functionality. This is whenever this group is used, but I've never used this. What I used to do is creating a variable at the report level, which can be accessed in any place. Let me try seeing in this child. Okay, I created a variable at English product category level, and let's see whether it is available at the child level or not. See, it is not available anywhere. See, that is a dummy property given. Okay, the property without any functionality, it seems. Let me remove, or you can keep it, but it will not have any impact. And if you see the last one, last page, it is advanced. In advanced, this recursive parent, I told you, right, whenever you have a parent-child hierarchy, employee manager and employee is always parent-child. In that case, you can use this recursive parent. You don't have that table, right, that kind of table. I'll try to add. First, let me explain you the next one, document map. So this document map will help in creating a document map. What is document map? It's just like index in your textbook. What index in your textbook will do? It will help you to navigate to the particular page of your wish, right? In the same way, I set the document map to English product category name, right? Sorry, English product name. Now you can see a document map is created on the left hand side. It will take you to a particular page. Let's say this product you are looking interested in. You click on this, it will take you to this page. That means it is present in the same one. I'm using the collapse one, right? So it is not showing. Let me go for bikes. If I click here, it is going to the bikes. That means this product is available in this category. If you expand everything, let me expand everything here. Now let me click on any bike, and you can see the first one will be the same product whatever I have clicked here. So this helps the user to go to the particular item quickly without wasting time. Touring 100 bikes, it will take you to touring 100 bikes. Where the fuck it is? I think it's collapsed. It's in collapsed stage. Let me expand it. Now let me select any 200 blue. You can see 50, 200 blue. The same 62, it will be somewhere here. So it will take you to the page where the product that you're looking for is available, and if you don't want this, you can simply click on this button. It will hide the document map. So this is the property called document map in SSRS. When you are having drill down, it is not so effective one. It's really helpful when you have a tabular report or the normal, what is that, matrix report without having drill down. As you can see, the drill down will collapse everything. It will take you to the page, but not to the exact product that you are interested in. Let me take out this document map. I'll delete it. Okay, fine. Now what I'm gonna do here is I'll take employee wise sales, a simple select statement. I don't know how the fact internet sales and employee table is related. Let me try to create the relationship between these two. I want to explain you the recursive parent, right? For that I need the tables. Select star from fact. Oops, I'm writing. Okay. AdventureWorks DW. Select star from fact internet sales. Do you have any key called employee? Or because I want to join employee key with this. Okay, it is not related or related. Okay, select star from dim employee. Okay, I'll take only dim employee, and what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna create a data set for employee data. I'll name it as employee underscore ds. I have all the columns. Okay, you know, employee key and employee parent key and manager key. Where is the manager key? Okay, this is the manager key and this is the employee key. So for employee 1, the manager is 18. For employee 2, the manager is 7, right? Now let me do one thing. I'll write a query, employee key, comma, parent employee key, comma, and what is the other one? First name plus space middle last name as name. I'm getting these three information instead of having all the data set, all the records, all the columns from the database. I'll have only these three. Now let me add a matrix report. So insert, I'm inserting a matrix, okay, and here first I'm taking employee key. I'm grouping on employee key, and here I'm taking an expression which will show count of rows. Count rows, right? Count, not count of rows. Yeah, it's count rows. So I'm taking the employee key, and for some time I'll hide this. Go to the visibility, I'll hide this, and let's see what this guy will return. So this guy will give you employee key and it's so and so. Now let me change this expression alone to name. The grouping will be same. The grouping will remain on employee key, but it is showing name here, employee name. This is the employee name and this is the number of records for employee name. Fine. Okay, is it clear up to here, guys? Okay, I'll repeat it. And let me go to this advanced and let me set this recursive parent as parent employee key and click on OK. Oops. So a small correction from my end. You have to take the parent key. Okay, and if you take the parent key and if you click on, I'm going to advanced page here and I'm not setting anything. Parent key wise count, then it will give you how many are there per parent, right? What I'm grouping on parent, so that means remove this employee key and remove this employee name, count of star, this is what I'm taking, right? Group by parent employee key. Now it will give you for every key, for 18 it is 12 members, for 23 it is 24 members. Okay, the same thing I'm doing for parent wise. You can see parent 23 is this guy, Jolin Dobney or something, but instead of showing the key I'm showing name here, which we discussed in last session. Hope you remember. Even though you have group on something, you can show something else here. So I'm showing name here. Okay, now you are clear up to this point, right? I'm showing name and that is full name, and I'm taking the parent key here, grouping on parent key and taking count of employees that are present per manager. Parent means nothing but manager. Yeah, sure. So I'll repeat it again. It's just a it's just a matrix format report. Let me add a matrix report. Okay, what I'm taking here is I'm taking parent key. Okay, what it will show? It will show all the parent keys, right? That means it is grouping on parent. Agree? It is grouping on parent key. Now, instead of showing parent key, I can show something else here. You know that, right? Using expressions, I'm grouping on parent key, but I can show parent employee name. If you see this table, parent is also an employee and employee is also an employee. Parent is nothing but manager here. Okay? 18 is nothing but, if you go to the employee key 18, this guy, Joe Brown. If you take the another manager, let's say 3, this manager 3 for Gail Erickson employee, whose employee ID is 11, is nothing but employee ID 3, that is Roberto Tamburello. So what I have done here is I have taken parent key, that's it, nothing else. Just parent key, group by parent key. This is grouping by parent key. And now I'm taking this expression as count of rows. Count of rows means how many rows are there per parent key. That will be written. Count rows, count rows will return how many records are there when it is grouping by parent key. For this guy, there are 12 records. For this guy, there are 2 records. For this guy, there are 24 records. You can see with 18, there will be 24 records or 12 records. You have to search it. For 87, there are so many. So something like that. It is grouping on this parent key. But if I provide in the same way, it won't give any meaning to the user. User can't understand who is the employee 18, who is the employee 7, who is the employee 14. And in short, the requirement here is employee manager. Okay, who is the manager and how many employees are there under him? Okay, this is the manager key and he has 12 employees. This is the manager key and he has 8 employees, and this is the manager key and he has only 1 employee. Now, it is nothing but, if you see it, let me take 18, where parent key is equal to 18. Parent employee key is equal to 18 will give you the employees where parent is equal to 18, that is equal to 12 employees, and these are those guys. And you can see the same 12 is showing here. Now let me take parent employee key to 7. So it is grouping based on parent employee key, and you have 8 employees, and these guys, it is showing 8 employees. So what I'm doing here is, instead of showing the employee key value here, I'm planning to show the name. So the grouping will be happening on parent key, but the name will be shown instead of the parent employee key, which will make the work easy for the person who is trying to analyze the requirement. Okay, Guy Gilbert has 12 employees under him. Kevin Brown has 8 employees. Roberto Tamburello has only 1 employee. Rob Walters has 8 employees, like this. You understood, right? So the next thing is, I want to show the employees. Who are all those 12 employees? I want to show those guys. How to show that 12 guys. So to do the same, this is parent-child hierarchy. This is parent-child hierarchy means an employee key is also equal. It will be having some name, and employee key and parent key both are employees. Yes, it's simple manager and employee relationship. A manager is nothing but an employee, and an employee key is nothing but an employee. Right? If you want to know who is this manager, what you will do? You will go to all the records and you will find out what is the employee 7, and he is the manager. David Barley is the manager. Okay? In the same way, if you want to see who is the manager for employee 4 and 5, that is Robert Walters, who is the employee, then you have to go to the parent employee key, that is 3, that is Roberto Tamburello. This is the employee, this is the manager for these 2 employees. Why? Because the parent key is set to 3. Okay. Let's say if this guy is an employee and this guy is an employee and this guy is an employee, this guy is his manager and this guy is his manager. Okay, the records will be inserted in such a way: employee 1, employee 2, employee 3. His name, his name, his name. So he is 1, 2, 3. This guy has any manager? No. So the manager column will be null. This guy has any manager? Yes, this guy is the manager. So this ID will be placed here. And this guy has any manager? Yes, this guy. So this ID will be placed here. Understood how the table design will be? So this table will be joined self to get the data. Self join will be happen. Like I'll show you how the self joining will happen. Then you will get a little better picture about this. So select employee name, comma, employee key. I'm getting. I'll name it as A. Inner join dim employee B on A dot employee key is equal to B dot manager key. Sorry, parent employee key. I'm joining employee key with parent employee key, and here I'm taking this is A dot A dot. Now the tables are joined. Oops, this should be A dot. Now the tables are joined. 1 second, somewhere I've given wrong place. Let me remove all the unwanted tables. Now these two tables are joined, employee key, and this is the name of the employee. And now if I take the same here, comma, as manager name, I think this should be B, this should be B. Now you can see for all these guys, he is the manager. For this guy, he is the manager. For all these guys, Barley is the manager. And for these guys, Mu is the manager. So this is called self-joining. It will be self-referencing to the same table. I have taken A and B, two tables, both are nothing but dim employee, both are joining based on employee key to manager key, that is parent employee key. So you have to do all this stuff to get the proper data. Okay, but here what you have to do is you have to just simply go here and go to the advanced. Here recursive parent means what is its parent. Go and select the employee key and click on preview. Here it will show Guy Gilbert and all the members under him. Okay, where is the Guy Gilbert? Okay, fine. See Guy Gilbert and it will show all the members under him. But you need to have some difference. Okay, who is the manager and who is the employee? If you have everything starting at the same point, you don't find the difference between the manager and the employee, right? You need to have some tabbing part. So for that, what I'm doing here is I'm setting the tab property. If you go to this text box or padding property, go to the properties of this guy and go to the padding. So left side and go to the expression 2 plus level of into 2 plus something. What I'm doing here is I'm taking level and point. Let's see how it will be placed. Oops, this is not the correct one. This is what I have taken earlier through net, but I missed it again. 1 second, guys. You understood the part of joining, right? Self-join. Why we are doing self-join to get the manager name? You will not maintain two different tables, one for employee and one for manager. Why? Because manager himself is an employee. So you will be maintaining the same table just like this. If you go and observe the dim employee table, you will get a clear picture about it. If you go and select, if you go and execute dim employee table, you can see this is the employee ID and all the details will be belonging to the employee, name and everything, but only one column which says who is his manager. And if you want to know more details about his manager, what you have to do, you don't need to join with any other table. In the same table, you will have, see, manager is also an employee of the company. So the 18 record will be here and this is the his manager details. Okay. So this self-joining generally we will do using in this fashion. Okay. Take two tables or two aliases for the same table and join it. Now in this one, what I'm doing here is I've taken the parent. What I can say, I'm taking the manager key and taking the count, how many employees are there per manager, and it is giving me perfectly how many employees are there per manager. Okay, for example, Guy Gilbert has 12 employees, Kevin Brown has 8 employees, David Bradley has 9, and Ken so-and-so has 1 employee, and so on. Now I'm setting the recursive parent. Recursive parent means first record it will go and it will, for every record it will go and check his parent. That means this guy is given now, will go and check his parent and get all the employee details and list there. And this guy will do the same. Every record will do the same. I'll show you how to set the recursive parent. If you go to the advanced, set the recursive parent to employee and it will show you, but to differentiate it, you need to highlight it a little bit different way. You need to highlight. I'll show you once I highlight this, then you'll get a clear picture about it. So the left intent, the left alignment, I'm setting it to some expression. And if you see the expression, it will show, okay, Guy Gilbert has 12 employees and it is not showing anyone. And this guy has 1 employee and this guy has this guy's manager and it splits like this. It will go to the next level. And can you see a little difference here? How it is setting? Guys, I think I just did a mistake. I'm not explaining it in a correct way. Why? Because I'm getting confused. Now let me show you the correct report. This is the correct report, not that one. You have to take the employee and its parent. So the Groupon should be based on employee. Okay. It will list you all the employees, and if you give the recursive parent as his parent ID, then it will go here, get this for every employee, it will get the parent and it will assign the parent. For every employee like this, 12, who is the manager? This guy is the manager. 13, who is the manager? This guy is the manager. Okay. Now if you go and see the report here, first it will take, okay, Ken has David and who is the other one? Another David Bradley and Peter Krebs. And so if you see the first level, these are all reporting to Ken. And this Kevin, Saria, Mary reporting to David. You can see one level up. There is a little gap between the first one and the second one. Right? To clearly understand, you can use the level as expression here. So you can understand which level employee he is. That means whether he is the first level or whether he is having more than one manager and so on. If you give level here, oops, wrong. 1 second. I think I'm confusing you guys. Level of the scope. What is the scope? The scope is the group. What is the group name? Parent employee key. Spelling is correct, right? So I'm giving the scope of this level. So now it should return he is the 0th employee. That means there is no employee above him, and all these guys are one. That means direct they're having only one reportee. All these guys are two. That means these guys are having two reportees. I mean, two levels. One is David Bradley, and his manager is so and so. Like that, if you have more than that, okay, this guy. Let's take this guy. This guy has three. One is Robert. Another one is Terry Duffy, and above him he has 10. This is how the manager and employee hierarchy meant. How the manager and employee hierarchy will be set in the set in any project. Let's say I am a trainee. I have a senior manager. Sorry, I have a developer above me, programmer above me. Above him, senior programmer. Above him, delivery lead. Uh, team lead. Above him, project lead. Above him, project manager. Above him, delivery manager. Above him, delivery lead. Above him, vice president. Something blah blah blah. The hierarchy follows like that. In the same way, if you want to get this parent-child hierarchy in your from your employee information, then you can use recursive parent. When the data is recursive, then you can use this recursive parent option to get the data in such a way that hierarchical in nature. Can you see how the report looks? It is giving you a better picture than the earlier one. Which employee and who has its manager. This guy's manager is Ken. And when I have the level on the right hand side, you get clear picture, right? How many? Okay, level 4 means okay, this guy has 4 managers, 4 uh, members in the hierarchy above him. And if it is 5, that means it has 5 members above him. So that is how this recursive parent, what it will do is it will take each and every employee and it will take the recursive parent. That means parent, 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 parent. I'll show you one example how it goes backward. Let me take employee 13. Okay. First it will take where employee key is equal to 13. And it will return this guy. Okay, this guy's manager is 3. And then it will go for this guy's manager, whether he has any manager. Yeah, 14 is there. And then it will take 14. 14 and it will check, okay, and he has 112 as manager. 112, no manager. So he has 4 employees above him. The guy, whatever I have taken, 13 or so and so, he has 4 employees above him, and the same hierarchy is shown here. He'll fall somewhere in the level 4. So this is nothing but tree structure, hierarchical data in SSRS using recursive parent. And an assignment for you guys here. So the recursive parent, setting the recursive parent is nothing but first drag and drop the employee key or employee name, whatever you wish to. Okay. If you drag and drop employee key, group by employee key will be happen. I'll show you. This is the better one for you guys. If I give name, you are getting confused. Better I go for employee key only. Shit. This is torturing. Okay. Expression. I'm going for employee key. Then you will understand it in a better way, I guess. So this is how he is the top one, 112, and his report is 7 and 8 and 23 and 27, 20 and so on. So you can see the drill down of the employee keys here, right? Instead of employee keys, what I have done after dragging this employee key into the row group and count into this, what I have done is I change this one to employee name so that it will be easily understandable to the user. Okay, this is the first thing I have done. And recursive parent is nothing to set. You just go to the advanced and set what is its parent key. What is its parent key? You just have to set it. That's it. The parent, if you set this, and once you have set this, you will get the data accordingly, but their padding will not come on the left hand side. So the padding, what we are doing here is we are setting some expression for the left padding. So the left padding, if you see, if I go to the properties of this guy and go to the padding, so the left padding alone, I'm setting an expression that is 2 plus, okay, 2 points plus level of so and so. If the level is 0, 0 into 10, that will be 0. 0 plus 2, that is 2 points left. If the level is 1, 1 into 10, that is 10 plus 2, that is 12, right? If level is 2, 2 into 10, that is 20 plus 2, 22, 32, 42. It will be going like that. That many points. I'm converting it to string and concatenating to 2 points. That means 12 points, 22 points, 32 points from the left hand side. Padding means it will give that much space. For the level 0 employees, it will be only 2 points on the left hand side. Here only 2 points. This space is 2 points. For level 1 employees, it will be 1 into 10 plus 2, that is 12 points. For level 2 employees, it will be 2 into 10 plus 2, that is 22 points. So that is what the left padding was given. So it is if you practice this, it's pretty simple one, but you don't use this. Why? Because SSRS supports better parent-child hierarchy than this one, and people prefer to use the SSRS one rather than this one. Okay. Correct, Swati. And an assignment for you guys today is, see, if the level is 0, I want to show in one color. If the level is 1, I want to show in one color. All the level 2 items I want to show into another color. Level 3 in another color, level 4 in another color. Okay, that's the first assignment. And the second assignment is the same report, I want a drill down. Plus symbol, plus collapse expand, you know, right? I want to set the collapse and expand for the same item. So these two are the assignments for today's session, and I'll catch you in the next session with the next concept, that is different items available in the toolbox. Thank you guys. Have a good day.